So how do you start a successful IT project? Got 5 minutes? Hi there, I'm Joseph Garfield, founder and CEO of Phase 3 IT. Today we'll be focusing on the beginning of the project, the discover phase. This is the foundation that you build for project success. So the first thing that you need to do in a project discovery is identify and interview your key stakeholders. Next, we're going to focus on developing that 3D project charter based on those interview results. And then finally, you got to get sign off or the blessing of leadership on the project charter before you get started. The truth is that the main reason that so many projects fail or fail to perform isn't because the project manager is bad. It's because people were not on the same page before they got started. It's like not having a blueprint before you build a house. Nobody would ever start building a house without a blueprint. But so many project managers and IT professionals dive into a project before they have a roadmap or a charter or are on the same page about what they're building. So projects fail because the team was never clear about what was really supposed to happen. I've seen this happen too many times. Project managers who don't start with a solid foundation of understanding end up wasting valuable time and money. Don't be that guy, all right? It won't matter if you finish the project on time and on budget. If the results aren't what your key stakeholders want, you failed. I can't emphasize this enough. As a project manager, your job is to deliver the results that leadership wants. And you need to make sure that you are in sync, on the same page, in lockstep with them before you get started on your project. It's so important. Danger Will Robinson. The first thing that you must do as a project leader is get everybody on the same page. This means that you are capturing and making sure you understand the expectations for the project from the very beginning. So important. I will not start a project without a project charter and a clear foundation. I've been burned too many times. All right. It's harder than it sounds to get in sync. But if you fail to do this, you're setting yourself and your project up for epic failure. Don't do it. All right. I know it's tempting to just go, now, and you'll be pressured and pushed to get into the project and get going without a clear understanding. You've got to make sure that you cover yourself and cover your business by getting that clear picture before you dive in. I love this illustration. This is one of my favorite examples of what happens when you don't have that clear vision and that clear understanding from the beginning. And all along, the customer just wanted a tire swing, a simple tire swing. And you can see all the complexity that happened because people were not in sync from the beginning. And throughout this story, it's kind of like the telephone game. Everybody got more and more confused. So this is what's supposed to happen. As a project leader, it's your job to ensure that everyone catches the same vision of the project outputs and results before you start. You're going to ensure that everybody stays true to that original scope and that you don't have scope creep and you don't get off in the weeds and you don't go build some crazy swing with roller coaster billing, that you keep things on track, okay? What is a key stakeholder? I've been throwing that term around a lot. A key stakeholder is any person who determines the success or failure of the project. Your boss is generally a key stakeholder or a sponsor. You know, their boss, whoever you're doing the project for, a client. You got to make sure that those people and the people that have the influence are involved and that you interview them before you start the project. So when you schedule the meeting with them, you need to make sure they understand what's in it for them. You know, with them, what's in it for me. That's what every leader wants to know. The next thing on the plan is developing your 3D project charter. And this is the blueprint for your project success. So this is the compass for the project. It tells you which direction to go, and it has many benefits. Stakeholders and your key stakeholders can see in one place the why, the what, the when, and the how of the project. A charter covers all of that. A good charter does. It provides guidance on what to do and what not to do. Okay, you might make sure everybody's in sync on what the plan is. Describes clearly what success looks like. It carries the signatures of your key stakeholders and sponsor. It represents all views in a consensus. It gets the key stakeholders all on the same page with a crystal clear end in mind. That is so important to have all of this in your charter. This is our 3D project charter. And we cover this more in our training, but it's a one-page document that captures all of the critical information you need before your project starts, simply and effectively. Your formal sign-off for the key stakeholders. You can use DocuSign, email confirmation, a recorded Zoom call, even written or paper documentation. You want to make sure you get that official sign-off on your project charter before proceeding. Once all this is done, you'll have interviewed your key stakeholders. You'll have a project charter that's been developed, reviewed, and has been signed off on by the people in leadership, and you'll have a solid foundation for project success.